All right, day 6. Bike's been sitting, tank's been sitting, curing up. I put more JBL on the bottom because something looked weird right here, and I wanted to patch it some more. Yesterday was the full 96 hours cure of the tank sealer, and then during that wait we ordered a bunch of kind of everything we need. A new headlight. These have signals integrated into it. That's pretty cool. Got a little spring bobber seat. Oh, I can get it out. One of those. These are for the front forks. They're LED strips for more signals. We got the new mirrors in, little rectangular mirrors. Look pretty cool. Oh, they're tinted blue. Nice. Didn't know that. What is this? Left and right, master cylinder. Didn't I open this earlier? Why is it not opened? What the heck? I swear I opened it earlier, but left and right controls. This one looks like crap. We're doing those. What is this? Oh, these are the turn signals. Whoa. That was a loud thunder. These are the turn signals for the rear. Little micro LEDs. So turn signal, turn signal. This again, I don't like. What the hell is that? Oh, I think this is part of the headlight. Yeah, that came with the headlight. Bracket mounting, I believe. No, what? I'm wrong. I think I left something in the house. That's the license plate mount, and this is the new tail light. We're gonna put it. It's gonna be a side mounted, horizontal, or sorry, vertical mounted. One of those, pretty sweet. I was still waiting on the fuel pump so I can mount it in the bracket before I can finally put all that back in. So I got all this stuff except for what I need next. So I could start wiring and going through stuff, but if the battery's dead and I can't really turn anything on because nothing's plugged in at the same time, then I don't really know. So I don't know. Might just play around, see what we can start plugging in and start prepping for running, so that when the pump gets here, which should be tomorrow, we should be able to put all of this back into place, mount it all, and get it going. So giving that new headlight a little test run, see if there's even enough battery to do anything. Oh, there it is. Low beam. Wait. Yeah, it's low and high. Pretty sure that light I bought is for a Harley, because there's another plug that has nothing to do with me, so whatever. Okay, so the next mess I need to do, I know that for sure this is high beam and low beam on like a two-way switch. This all still works for that headlight, which is also good, but I need to figure out next which ones I need to tap into for the signals, because remember I cut all that old crap off, so I need to figure that out. And then I guess simultaneously I need to figure out how I'm going to mount the light, because depending on how I mount it, I can figure out what I need to do with all the wiring and like where I can put it, because I don't think I have anywhere to like tuck it into, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, clean it up, get creative, something. Dude, there's so much going on. I don't really know what to work on. Kind of just seeing what all these parts are looking like. Like I hooked up the headlight to see that it works, to see what it looks like. Right now I'm working on the seat bracket, just seeing how it's all gonna mount. Looks like I gotta drill some holes to mount it to the frame, and then yeah, they look pretty good. Lightly put it on there. Just so we can see what it's gonna look like. Alright, should look something like this. But of course there's gonna be springs. Let me fix that. So it should look something like, what? Okay. Can't get the spring in there right, but something like that. Spring seat. Looks pretty good. It's time for the worst part. So I decided I'm gonna move to the back and I'm just gonna trace the harness. So I'm gonna open all those wires and I'm gonna poke my thing to it and I'm gonna actuate the switches, and then depending on what's lighting up and what's getting voltage, I'll know that that's the wire that I need to work with from the harness to all these new lights that I got. Had to cut the wiring harness off of that old fender, which is now here. Again, dude made a stupid mess, so I need to now trace down what's gonna have, you know, brake light power, signal power, and like daytime running, just so that the license plate light can stay on. Yeah. Okay, I got it. It looks like a nerd's rope. And then we're going to start poking the meter on these and see what lights up. Just to clarify, I meant what lights up on my meter as having voltage, not actually lighting, because there's not a single light on this bike anymore. I got the yellow one. We're going to see what it will do with power and a brake. No way. Well, that was a lucky guess. Well, with the yellow one on the meter, and when I squeeze the brake, my meter falls down. But when it doesn't, we have voltage. So that's our brake light. Boom. One down. Yellow one's the brake, so we will mark that with the tape so that when we mount that bracket for the with the tail light, we know that this is what we need. Right here. And I'm surprised this battery still has juice, because I had left it on like for a long time. The last time I think the day I washed the bike. I don't know. Alright. If I'm gonna take an educated guess, I'm gonna assume maybe one of these blue ones is a turn signal, because that's the next one I'm hunting anyway. So turn signal. Let me take a peek. Alright, turn that on. You know what? I don't hear the turn signal relay going. I don't think it's gonna work. There's a plug right here that I don't know what plugged to it, and I don't know what else is here, really. But with turn signals not working, because that turn signal, or like relay, I don't know if this has to do with that. And I can't figure out what the hell goes there, so I don't really know. So I'm trying to trace everything back, and I only see, what the hell is that? What? Hang on. I just found out. What the hell? Okay. I don't even know what that freaking went to. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Dude had hella wires that came back here. I don't know what that shit is. It goes right here. I don't know what that is. So I don't know what was working, what was not working, but that is there and was not hooked up. That's not it though. That can't be, because the signals were working when I had chopped that off, all that crap. So I just don't know. I just don't know now. Maybe there's something on the harness that I chopped. I can't imagine so though. I don't see why, because all of this is just lights. I don't see how that would have had anything to do with what I chopped. I don't know though. I don't know. Alright, so with careful poking around, this is now what we're going to be using instead of all of this to the back. This plug right here to this tiny little yellow wire is for the brake light. So we know that. So that's brake light. And then there's 3 more. Actually, whoops. I don't know what this one is. I don't know what that one is. Brown is our left turn signal. Green, whatever that is our right turn signal. These two get the 12 volts. And then brake. And then I'm just gonna make another line that goes directly to battery, so I can have a 12 volt source to run the running lights on that brake light. But that is how we simplified this down even more. These things are sick. Came with little brackets. And when I look at the bike, I have areas right here on each side that I can stick a bolt back in there, run the bracket, and then I can run the little mini turn signal bulbs, which are like literally like this big. So it's gonna be nice and sleek. So kind of looking at the bike, I don't really know what all else I'm gonna try doing, because like I said, I still don't have that fuel pump, and the fuel pump goes right here, right in the front. So without the fuel pump, I don't want to try putting any of this back together, not the carburetor, you know, all this and that. So I'm kind of just poking around and kind of getting things ready. I did more wiring checking at the back. Oh, I actually end up here. These 2 wires should be for the horn. So I mean, needs a horn. And I still need to figure out the turn signal power up here actually. So I guess I could probably start doing that. All right, found one. This green one is my right turn signal. Jeez, dude. Jeez. What does this go to? You know, I might not take all this crap off, because I don't really know what it all is. Oh, wait, hang on. No, wait. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm going to want to clean this side up, because it's so freaking messy. It's giving me a headache. Yeah, right here. I just realized that all of these are actually cut, and that was a butt connect. 3 times, 4 times in one freaking wire, dude. Look at this one, 2 in 1. You see this sweat on my head? This guy, whoever did this, is making me sweat, dude. I'm gonna call it here. It's like I said, nothing's gonna go back together. And also, it's hot as hell. And I need room. I can't just work in this freaking corner right here. So I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. And tomorrow I will move the Civic out, bring the bike to the middle, and I will press on with installing everything back. And then of course, like I keep saying, there's more wiring that I'm gonna need to do, but I'm gonna do that another time. The back I figured out pretty good, and I got the plan laid out for all the lights back there. The front, I do have to take out this bracket, but I needed 19s and I didn't bring tools today from work, so 19s, and I'm gonna need to take this bracket off. And then the headlight, I don't know, I might need to try and bend the brackets for it, because they're too narrow, and these are fat right here, so I might need to bend it out a little bit to figure something out. But I think that's it for now. You know, it was kind of just like a parts review, and a little bit of wiring prep. So I guess in the next one will be a fuel pump. And trying to start it if all goes to plan.